Hey there, hi there, ho there, Musketeers. You're on the road with Blue Collar Conservative, the big kahuna, Pat Miley. Oh, thank God for spandex. All right, I'm on the way home right now, and I went for a haircut at Randy's barbershop down in Merle's Inlet. Took me a while, living here all this time, couldn't find a real good barber. Really great place, reasonable prices, does good work. It's an old school barber shop, which is what I was looking for. I didn't want to go into some salon and spend $60 and not be happy with what I got. Very happy with what I get there. And I don't pay an arm and a leg. He's a hell of a nice guy, and he's a Trumper. He is a Trumper through and through. And then I went across the street and had a late lunch at River City in Merle's Inlet. And the owner of River City is also a big-time Trump Republican. So another good business to go to. So that's kind of the end of my unsolicited, uncompensated commercials for today. When I was at River City, I ran into some really nice people from Pennsylvania, and we got to talking because they're thinking about moving down here. I told them it was the best thing I ever did. Best life you could ever ask for is living down here in South Carolina. And here they were, part of Trump Force 47. And they worked for the Mastriano campaign. So these were, and I told them, you got to be moving from a bluish purple state to a solid red state. As far as I'm concerned, there's no state redder than South Carolina. People say about Texas, but people were worried about Texas. Nobody was worried about South Carolina and what would happen with South Carolina, because we are red and we are solid red. So, to the meat and potatoes we go. Meat and potatoes are this whole damn thing yesterday with the twin terror attacks. And I'm not a conspiracy theory guy, but don't let those people fool you and make you think. You got to remember, these are the people who told you the laptop from hell was Russia collusion. So that right there should tell you, don't listen to them. Because literally the narrative of this whole thing changed this morning from last night. And, but it not only changed from last night, it changed from this morning. Because when I left to go to the barbers, the narrative was that these two instances were most likely connected. But then I get to the barbers, and he has the Fox News channel on, and you have all these knuckleheads saying, oh no, it wasn't connected. There was absolutely no connectivity to these incidents. And you gotta remember, the FBI, they're full of shit, and a lot of their DEI hires don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. That DEI hire that was the special agent in charge in New Orleans came outright yesterday and said, oh, this isn't terrorism. And it's like, yo, bitch, there's a fucking ISIS flag on the back of the pickup truck. It's not terrorism. So that story changed real quick. Then they're saying that they have surveillance video of 3 men, possibly 4, and a woman hiding the IEDs. That's what they said. Now, like closer to noon today, all of a sudden, the video, that was all erroneous, because all the video shows is the dead Haji planting the bombs. Well, then roll that beautiful beam footage and let's see what the hell really happened. You know, let's see the video. We need time to do a deep fake. You know, like I said, I'm not but they're saying there's no connectivity. All right. First of all, when you have two coordinated terror attacks the same day, the same method of operation, same everything, you know, you think 9/11, you think Kenya and Tanzania, both rented vehicles that were rented in another state with the same app, and both those trucks happen to be EVs. That's a lot of coincidences right there. Then on top of it, the two guys are radicalized ex-military. You know, they're trying to make it sound like it's personal because the wife dumped him and all this shit. You know, the typical stuff out of your typical everyday FBI profiler handbook. That's a load of crap. I mean, really, how dumb do you think the American public is? Well, there's some pretty dumb people there because there's some millions of people voted for camel toe. So, yeah, you got to really think we are all really stupid to swallow that turd. You know, if you want me to swallow some shit, at least offer me some mouthwash afterwards. You know, they can't convince me otherwise that these two incidents, there's too much connective tissue. They said about them having not good home situations with their spouses. That's exactly the kind of people that these scumbags look for. And I'm not saying that this is exclusively an ISIS operation, because I think ISIS knows how to build car bombs, and they know how to build S-vests and all this shit. And I wouldn't be surprised if Antifa's involved. The fireworks is a hallmark of their shit. If you've ever seen the riots with Antifa, 4 years ago, they were throwing mortars, firework mortars. They were launching them off of a big slingshot that they use for water balloons at carnivals and shit. They were shooting mortars that had BBs. They rolled it in sticky stuff and BBs all over it. So when it detonated, it shot BBs all over the place and wounded people. That's the kind of That's the kind of stuff that you're seeing with the fireworks, with the IEDs. And you had there's varying stories that there were 5 IEDs, and then there was now it's only two on Bourbon Street, but yet there were 3 more. And what I want to call attention to you is, remember January 6th? There was a pipe bomb at DNC, and there was a pipe bomb at the RNC, and nothing happened about that. It was like they magically disappeared. Poof! Well, same thing with these IEDs. So, I don't care what media source you're watching, whether it's Fox or the island of misfit journalists, News Nation or OAN or Newsmax. If they're feeding that shit to you, don't freaking believe it. This is really screwed up time, and it's not the end of. We haven't seen the end of it at all. because we're coming into the time like we went through a few years back with the nutcases rioting, the buy large mansion people and Antifa. It's going to be rough, at least the next couple of months. I hope the hell they beef things up at the inauguration. I know a friend who literally canceled the trip to D.C. They were going to leave for D.C. today to see Russell get sworn in tomorrow, and she canceled her trip. The reason she was probably trying to get a hold of me was probably to offer me their hotel room, so I could go up. But I'm not going anywhere near that freaking town right now. No way. And so pretty much at the end of my ramble. 11 minutes is running kind of long nowadays. I don't like running them too long for you because I like to keep them bite-sized. Well, you stay safe. God bless.